So I group the questions. I
Okay.
write the text.
So this is a way of doing it. So you've got 12 questions. You look at the 12 questions and you say, do these 12 questions fall into natural groupings? And let's pretend that there are three, right? Three natural groupings. We calculate an overall percentage score that we show to the person when they have completed question 12. It says your overall score, Chris, was 42%. Would you like a detailed report? Yes, I'd love one. Here's my email address. In the detailed report, it says, okay, Chris, your overall score was 48%. That actually comprises three scores in these following areas: category 1, category 2, category 3, category 1, 24%, category 3, 67%, category 3, 57%. Category 1, where you got 24%. Okay, this category is all about blah, 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 blah. If your score for this category is between 0 and 30%, that means da, 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 da. If it's between 31% and 55%, you tell me, that means da, da, da. If it's more than 56%, that means da, da, da. And you do that for each category for 3 times over. That means that when we create the PDFs, the only thing we need to do is do the mathematics and put the numbers in and put the name in. We don't actually, on this version 1, we don't actually change the text.
Okay.
When we have a bit more time, you know, we can change all the text as well. But let's keep things simple to begin with. Is that?
Yeah.
Does that help?
Yeah, this is fine.
You know, and now that's a way of doing it. Another way of doing it, if you don't want to do it that way, you could simply list out each of the 12 questions in the PDF and say, okay, so question 1 is question 1, to what extent does the following apply to your approach to work? It's important I have a clear goal first and look out for the right team members once the goal is clear. So that question is all about preparation and planning and what have you. And your score for that question was 70%. And that means that, you know, you like to have things sorted out and all the rest of it, da, da, da. You could do it, you know, you could do it that way and just do it question by question by question by question by question.
Yeah.
It's and just let people, let people read the detail behind each question, or you could put them into a grouping. It's what you tell me how you use the questions with clients, how you use the data, because you could do either.
Yeah.
It's up to you, really.
I have the feeling that the first idea of grouping them and have 3 main categories, or maybe 4 main categories.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Fits my thinking very well.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, so you have a think about what those groupings are called, which question belongs to which group, and then if, say, questions 1, 2, 3, and 4 belong to group 1, just make it easy, right? So questions 1, 2, 3 are in group 1, and somebody scores 10, 3, and 7. Question 1, 2, 3, that's their score, 10, 3, and 7. So are we going to give them, it doesn't seem right that we give them an average score because of the way we're using the scoring system. So I'm wondering how we work out what score you would want to give them. Well, you know, maybe an average does work, actually. We could just work out an average and then express the average as a percentage. Yeah, we could do that. Yeah, let's do that. I think so. Let's do that. Yeah. So we give them, yeah. Okay, I can do that. So we have 4 groupings, say 3 or 4 groupings. I know what the arithmetic is. And then we just want some text that adds explanation behind the grouping, what the grouping is all about. The grouping is all about preparation or whatever it is. And then an explanation as to what the scores are all about. You know, if you scored less than 50%, this means that. If you scored more than 50%, this means that. If you scored more than 70%, you're wonderful, whatever.
Yeah.
And that'll work. That'll work.
That's fine. What my feeling is now, I will do the work on the PDF, think about it. This will also influence maybe a little bit the questions. So I have maybe to rethink or adjust them. However, this is fine. And what we also have to do is just think about that I have done some different question directions in terms of the score. Means I put it in a way that you can have the possibility. That means if you if the following statement largely applies to your how you approach your work, and just say totally it applies fully, or it always applies, it could mean that you have a very low score. So,
of course, bear in mind,
and this will be different.
Yeah, so, but bear in mind,
yep.
they never have any cognizance of the scoring mechanism.
Yeah.
They simply don't know what it is.
Yeah.
They simply don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So it doesn't, you know, you have no real way of measuring that, which is really what's quite nice about it.
Yeah.
But you're right. There are some instances where always applies will be 10,
yep.
and always applies will be 0.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. So I'm clear. I'm fine. I have a relatively tough week, not as tough as the last one, but at the end of the week, I should be able to do this homework and send some ideas to you.
All right. Well, I'll stop. I can stop the recording now. That's enough. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. So I just stop the record.